While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way.
So, the blacksmith ought grant us some Guifantia in exchange for Nutriol. Shall we inform Miss Derrin of this, Master? Methinks I know where to...
Arisen? I should have expected you may yet linger here.
Have a gander at my wares. You shot. Can't regret it. Hope to see you again ere long.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I'd say we collect as much as we can carry. All I can think about are my wet boots.
Focus. These guys aren't like to clear just because you want. Poison or destroy with all due haste. Are at your disposal. Halt, if you please.
Oh, methinks the fiend felt that. Perhaps a few more for good measure.
Oh, what does this say?
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
Have you taken leave of your senses, Arisen?
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen.
This downpour seems unlikely to abate.
We cannot hope to wait it out. We must press on. We'll never get anywhere if all we do is rest.
We shall be ill prepared for battle if we rest overmuch. I grant your weapon a magical fury. Your precision does credit. One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
I'm sure there's a very good reason for this.
Well now, this is a...
If you're e'er in trouble, I'd fain come to your aid.
Hi, you've a bit of a special... This is for you.
So, the blacksmith ought grant us some Guifenture in exchange for Nutriard. Shall we inform Miss Derrin of this, Master? If you wish to meet with this person, I would gladly lead the way.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
No. Listen, I need a favour and I'd ask you if you alone.
Many thanks.
Many of our citizens, yet so boundless is... I can't solve all your problems, you know?
Oi! Keep out! This party is fit for adventure. Our strengths complement each other well.
So long as we remember to keep to our assigned role. We shall be a united front in the face of any foe.
Indeed, you are...
Correct. Might there be aught over there?
We ought to take... Take a closer look. So, the blacksmith... thought grant us some Guifenture in exchange for Nutriarb. Shall we inform Miss Derrin of this, Master? Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Goodness. We're higher up than I thought.
Would be quite painful were we to fall.
We must remain vigilant.
So, the blacksmith ought grant us some Guifenture in exchange for Nutriarb. Shall we inform Miss Derrin of this, Master? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
This isn't the way to our destination, but I presume you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this, eventually.
Arisen? I should have expected you may yet linger here. No dawdling. The Arisen calls.
No quarrel here.
As a matter of fact, curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
Now there's a thought.
Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Let me get that.
Really now? You mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost.
At times, I find myself wondering why we must fight against our fellows.
It's no great shock to me.
I grant your weapon a magical boon. Poison ought to be cured with all due haste.
Mislike the look of this.
One might...
Is there aught you will?
Tis my duty to...
If you are in need of aid, pray say a word. This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Ice and sting is yours to wield.
It is our first time here. Be vigilant. We do not yet know what to expect.
I only hope we do not stumble into any traps.
We achieved remarkable synchronicity.
My humblest thanks. Here, you've earned...
Is this truly the time to romp about? Come to think of it, hesitation bogs you down, but it needn't. Your journey's just begun. Walk it proudly, and you'll do just fine.
My thanks truly. I hope only to be of assistance. I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Use these flames to smite our enemies. Pray, follow me.
On my way!
An obstacle blocks our way. Perhaps we might remove it by force.
If you need that destroyed, I'm your pawn. Shall I assist? Their ilk bear holy light above all else.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I can show you the way.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Thank you, sir. Consider it my thanks for all you've done.
We've little need for a campsite at present. Time spent camping isn't necessarily time wasted.
Blighter.
Be wary. Narrow spaces limit our paths of retreat.
One of us has been poisoned.
I spent till we wouldn't mind.
Cannot let down our guard even for a moment, lest victory slip away from us.
Perhaps.
I grant you roaring flame.
Do not waste this chance. We must press home our advantage.
Strike fast, and our glory shall fall.
What has come over you, Arisen?
Poison ought to be cured with all due haste. Ice attacks work wonders against their ilk.
What say we set the enemy's teeth to chattering? It would not be unwelcome for an ally to appear for once.
I have saved you. Thank you for this.
It seems we have enraged our foe.
Might we not use their rage to our advantage?
Understood.
First and foremost, we'll want to knock it off balance. It will prove a much easier target when lying prone.
This battle will demand all our strength. We must stand together if we are to beat this.
Tis a mechanism for hauling freight. This is a significant load.
Shall we hop on? We needn't let our feet do all the work.
The enemy retreats.
I see no merit in hunting down such cravens.
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
Hold it!
One of us has been drenched.
On your arms.
I shall not fail you. Might I be of assistance?
Take the power of ice and turn it against our foes.
Evidently, 'tis a contraption that allows for travel betwixt 2 points. That does sound convenient.
I believe we would be remiss not to make use of this. Ah, a ballista. These have quite a long range.
This could grant us an edge in battle, if we use it well.
Would that such tranquility could last.
There's no great shock to me.
What's going on?
Phantasm sighted!
Our ice attacks are wasted on this foe.
I shall see it done.
Use these flames to smite our enemies.
Might I be of assistance?
Might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration. Tis dark enough to warrant the use of your lantern, Master.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Welcome. As a discerning customer like yourself will doubtless appreciate. We offer excellent service. Do come again.
Oh, what does this say?
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
What do you think you're doing here?
Well met.
Hear this. And what did I find?
Is this a challenge arisen?
Well, you'll be glad to know that which brings me to a curious... What now? As would seem 'tis part I've heard tell that it... But you, sir, I implore you. All I want is to give my fam...
A queer little shop in Vermont, is it? I wonder which of the shops in Vermont matches that description.
I have no answer to give.
Mother, quick! Over here!
Beg pardon, sir, but
He lost his eye while reading.
I can't bear to see him. But he refuses to listen.
He's been saying not to... Tis on...
No, 'tisn't, dear, and don't you pray, sir. Seek out that grimoire.
Ought we to give Sir Isaac the grimoire as he requested? Tis a quandary indeed.
I cannot say what is best here.
Greetings, Sir Arisen. Have you found the second volume? Fortune smiles upon me. Perhaps you'd care to join me.
'Twould behoove us not to fall too far behind our guide.
By and large, the people of Bakbatal seem to adore their benevolent empress.
I've remarked that myself. They revere Her Majesty with all their hearts and regard her as family.
Vermon's people bear no such love for their Queen Regent. Though, of course, they have their reasons.
This is it. This is...
Dear, is this truly safe?
Have faith, my darling.
Father, you don't need...
'Tis good to hear you say that. I believe I need only... Ha! Did I? Did I do it? Failure, then. Ah, well. I suppose our fortunes were ne'er likely to turn so easily. I've learned my lesson. No more of this grimoire nonsense for me. I'll settle for being my dears.
Oh,
You two had the right of it all along. I ne'er should have chased after a silly...
Father, I shouldn't have complained.
Enough of that now. You've naught to apologize for. 'Tis a father's duty to provide for his children. You have my gratitude, Sir Arisen. Though I failed in my quest, I've learnt much. And from this moment forth, I hope I can count on your continued patron.
The forgery, of course. Had my master and I only known.
Ought I take your word for it?
I wonder if we would have been wealthy.
my husband has returned to work with renewed vigor. 'Tis good to have it.
When all's said and done, I'm quite... Alas, such things are best...
Come, I'll lead the way.
Is anyone looking to hire my services?
Not much has changed since I was a girl.
in my wares?
I shan't settle for all the job well done.
Not much has changed since I was a girl.
Well met. Winning making some
Think my days are naught but here.
It is a mechanism for hauling freight, and it looks as if it could bear a significant load.
Shall we hop on? We needn't let our feet do all the work.
This tavern is open to aye, even pawns. So long.
Is there aught you reckon? You may encounter tis the coral snakes you want to tell is. They've a high, unlike monsters. They
off to market I go.
Well met, sir.
How might I be this aye, even pawns. Amazing.
See, look at my wares.
Well, let's how is the day treating you then?
Arisen, I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is...
I dare say, I've accomplished...
If ever you've need of an...
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain...
I've a modest talent for spotting material.
A grand adventure awaits us. I just...
You're a welcome sight, Arisen.
Tis a pleasure to meet you. I pray my efforts aid your cause. Restoration and reinforcement are the...
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of...
Tis a pleasure to meet you.
I shall be proud to serve you, Arisen.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen.
A well-organized pack is my specialty. I'll see to it your burdens are shared between us pawns. I'll use this chance to commit. Shall we discuss tactics now or later? There is a rumor whispered among pawns that I have oft pondered. The gist of it is, when pawns travel beyond the rift, we can contract a peculiar illness that imperils the—
Got any tales to...
Say, have you heard of the I am referring... Ah, what I wouldn't give...
Dead on my feet.
Peace and quiet.
I know every face here.
Would that I had a helping hand. Interested in my wares? I've been here so long.
'Tis my duty to...
Are you here?
Have you seen the Empress's... The event bears some grand title, Pen? Where was I headed?
Some of us get complacent.
Gathering much crowd today.
Wonder if there's any...
I will. How might I be?
Well met.
What business have you?
Interested in my wares?
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
It is quiet about.
I'm about ready to fall asleep in my feet.
But not at the expense of
No, no, rest. I've been a slave.
Lots to do.
Let my fur...
Do you know how long you'll be? I only ask so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
I'm not risking my life for a quarter. It's high time I began my meditations.
After the price.
All we can do is continue our supplications.
We will strive to achieve...
No harm can come of a bit of kindness. See?
'Tis my duty to hear the people.
I must earn peace within myself. Wonder if there's any easy work. That's it. I've had enough.
Days like this make me glad to be alive. Hi.
But not at the expense of my duties.
Number on my shoulders.
Well met, sir.
What do you think you're doing in here?
Me? Just...
Ah, how I've longed to embrace my bedroll.
Good morrow, everyone.
Oh. We go, then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
I must earn the people's faith.
My stomach's growling. Time for an early supper.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
Slim pickings of late.
What do you think you're doing here?
Hope today's horse event my head will roll.
I'm overdue a day off.
My stomach's growling. Time for an early supper.
Lost track of time. This place is too comfortable.
Ready for last night's scuffle?
Most of only do take care to leave the room as you found. Do come again. Most of only do take care to leave the room as you found it. If there's one thing I shan't suffer, 'tis untidy lodgers. Do come again.
Well met, sir.
What I can do for...
Pray, be at ease. Life in this country can be hard to bear, but I won't...
Go on, have a look. A mug of ale is just as long as you can.
Clean away this place. Bring some more pigments. I'm running low.
Haven't got it.
Well met, sir. How much?
Something fun this morning.
My bed, please.
Pray, do not impede.
It is a mechanism for hauling freight. and it looks as if it could bear a significant load.
Shall we hop on? We needn't let our feet do all the...
This tavern is open. Aye, even pawns. So long as you're in a tavern, sir. Only polite...
Peruse at your leisure, sir. Why? Peruse at your leisure. Do come again?
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Browsing was enough to scratch the... itch, in my case.
Now to report to Captain Brandt.
And nary a coin to show for it.
Well met.
My head hurts. The sharp foot. You won't do anything.
Interested in my wares?
Put bread on the table.
I dread to think I wasted a second of my day.
Wonder if there are any rumours to be had.
Follow me, if you would.
Just when are you planning to return? Am I to be left by the wayside? Very useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Would seem our fight is not yet done.
We fight. To arms!
No quarrel here.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Oh, methinks the fiends know that. Just a few more for good measure.
Ensure your next attack is no less purposeful. The paths to victory are myriad. That sight would never have occurred to me.
Well, well. Color me surprised.
Shall we report this development to Captain Brandt?
Seems there's no room for argument here. I shall obey, but I won't pretend I'm happy about it.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
It is well to be...
I shan't let them harm you. I grant you lightning fangs.
Let me get that.
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen.
Frey, follow me.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy. Right, hard enough. We might not have to do this twice.
Over here, if you please. Following along, I trust. Take care not to lose sight of me.
So the fun begins again, eh, Risen?
This battle cannot be avoided. Just fight or die. I grant your weapon a magical boon. It was excellent. I could have done no better.
Nice of you to say so.
Well said.
Keep your ear. An unlikely location for a path. Mayhap it leads to a hidden hoard of treasure.
Pray, keep your wits about you. We needn't go barging in.
Now to report to Captain Brandt. Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
I'm sure there's a very good reason for this detour. We must respect our master's wishes.
Execution.
Our combined might is beyond any foe. Your magical age has dissipated. Pray cast it anew.
Let our foes cower before lightning's crackle.
There!
This...
foe will recoil from flank. Aim.
You have my protection. I cannot fault your prowess. Let my magic strike. Enraged our foe. Its heart is most vulnerable.
That leads within range of its maw. Be wary.
Now, while the heart is exposed. If we're to have any hope of victory, we must employ every tool and tactic at our disposal.
No quarrel here.
Ice is our ally against such fiends. Have we any means to chill our enemies?
Do not waste this chance. We must press home our advantage.
Focused attack will end this foe. Understood. Look out, Arisen. We're under attack. Focus your strength, Arisen.
I shan't suffer such an offense. We are our masters' myrmidons, and no others.
Heart is vulnerable. Is not this chance to strike it?
enraged our foe.
Pulled through in the end. For a moment there, I feared we would not.
The tide of battle was in our favor.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
It would be a fine spot to rest, should we have need of one. There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them, if you like, Master. Would seem our fight is not yet done.
We must focus on finding victory, whatever our discomfort.
Tis easily done.
I grant your weapon a magical boon. Often we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. Must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet.
There's aught to be found there. Can you not see it?
We ought to take a closer look.
I shan't let them harm you.
My thanks. Here you are. 'Tis...
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
I'd say we collect as much as we can carry.
Well done! to retreat, then?
Little does our foe realize how narrowly they escaped death's touch.
Indeed. You are correct. Dry up! As soon as you can. And our foe shall soon be vanquished.
Let's save the celebrations for after the battle, shall we?
Rally! Reinforcements have come to aid our foe.
There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master.
I will protect you. I grant you roaring flame.
This ox cart's bound for the check. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
A meager challenge if I ever saw one. This will be over in moments.
True enough.
I seem to recall there being a treasure chest in this area when I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way? No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. There is a chance of being beset by beasts or brigands in an ox cart, but I'm willing to take the risk to put my feet up.
This ox will not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Now here's a welcome sight. I follow my whims.
Oh, I can't complain.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
I've had it up to here with you.
The end of days.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your if the information we pry from the agent is to be believed, there is a place in Batal devoted to the... I believe it is worthy of investigation. Should fortune smile upon us, yet official dealings twixt Vermund and... Fortunately for us, however, the agent is an entry permit, allowing passage through Batal's fortress. It even bears the crest of the Batali Palace. It must have been commissioned. I doubt any would dare impede your passage with such an item in your possession. There is one other thing, Your Majesty. With the permit came information. An oracle who once served in the Vermundian court now resides in Batal. This oracle foretold the coming of the Arisen. Indeed, 'twas by this same oracle's power. The oracle knows much of the Arisen.
So the blacksmith ought to grant us some Gwifencha in exchange for Nutriarb. Shall we inform Miss Darren of this, Master?
Good evening, sir. Trust you, Fed. All right on the... Roads, despite the hour, you know where to find.
You the Arisen? I've been looking for you. Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters.
Follow me, if you would. Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
I must ask you to leave this place at once.
I'm unsure how best to...
Perhaps I ought to learn a new skill.
What they're whispering of me now.
I do not understand why the people should fear the...
I heard from Captain Brandt that you plan to... As for me, I've been looking into my mother's... 'Tis a letter she discarded. It seems to be addressed to someone called Phaesus. I passed an eye over it, though I failed to grasp it. Here, I thought it best that you... And if you do, that is only if you've the time to... I am in no position to make demands.
Townspeople depend on it.
Surely I'm overdue a day off.
Let them talk. I'm too old.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
Well, if it please you, sir, we have
Always a pleasure.
I ought to find someone to buy me a drink.
A lonely place. But not without its charms.
The latest tidings from Melf came as quite a shock. 'Twas a tragedy to those. I thought to myself, with the dragon, and indeed, we still, that I would...
See anyone who piques your interest? No need to be shy. All tastes.
My sincerest apologies. Lady Wilhelmina is attending to a patron at present. My sincere... Lady Wilhelmina...
Have you given the matter some more thought, Wilhelmina? I would have no other as my personal courtesan. I want you all to myself. When I imagine you in the arms of another, my heart feels apt to rend itself from my breast.
Allard, pray forgive me, but I think 'twould be best for you to leave. We can discuss this matter another time.
But why? We've only just...
I am attending to a burden that all women must bear. I trust I need not elaborate further. I did not take you for the voyeuristic type. Why don't you come in? You have my thanks. Had I not noticed your presence, I might have slain him there and then. 'Tis no jest. You see, everything I've done these past few years has been leading up to this. But I cannot simply end his life. Oh no. I must first expose his misdeeds. Only then will I allow myself... Or so I'd sworn. But I've yet to find a single shred of evidence. Perhaps the time has come to surrender this crusade. You would lend me your aid. But I've done nary a thing to earn it, and recall that I've devoted years of my life to his pursuit, with naught to show for my troubles. If the proof I seek yet exists, 'twill not be... I suppose there is truly naught I can do, save deliver him a gruesome demise for all. Still, if you insist upon searching for 3 days, I will give you 3 days to find what you seek. I shall wait patiently, though not with bated breath. I don't imagine you'll find aught so long after the fact. And yet, when I look into your eyes, I find myself. Still, I shan't grant you more than 3 days.
Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Do we know of anyone privy to the goings-on in the palace?
A difficult choice indeed.
As Minister Allard is of the Queen Regent's faction, I expect he speaks regularly with Regent kin Sven. Fret not, Master. I know precisely where this person can be found.
We shall await you here, Master.
Can't remember the last time I had a proper meal.
Glad I am to see you well. No progress as yet, then. You wish to expose Allard's misdeeds? I know not. But of course, Patrick may know aught that could aid. Go to his manor come nightfall. If you say you are in my employ, you should be allowed entry with no issue.
My sword arm could use some work.
Our soldiers need better training.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs.
I dare say I could forget all my barely slept the
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait right there.
Regent King Sven has been busy, it seems. Shall we meet with Lord Patrick come nightfall?
Ah, yes, I know just where to find this person. Follow me.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Gathering materials makes for dull work indeed. We're in the right place, but the one we're due to meet has yet to show. Ought we to wait for them?
The current hour ill suits our progress. Let us visit an inn or make camp, and set out again later. I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Oh, did it pertain to the Queen?
Allah, long have I borne witness to the man's arrogance, and long has it infuriated me. I visited his manor once. I recall that he was rather particular about the placement of his paintings. Mayhap he's concealed aught behind one. 'Tis just the sort of thing. Shall I summon him here? You could make use of his absence to steal into his manor and inspect his art. Excellent. I will send word to him. Once you've seen him depart his manor, make your way inside and stay alert. We may not get a second chance at this.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Our road was a long one, but here we are at last.
In the soil of learning.
I suspect this will suffice as proof.
Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Then it stands to reason that Captain Brant would know of him. Very well. I'll guide you there directly.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
I shall come at once, Arisen.
Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Then it stands to reason that Captain Brant would know of him. Very well. I'll guide you there directly.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
We've arrived, I see. That's a relief.
You have my fullest confidence. To think that the proprietress of the Myrmecolian was under normal circumstances, I would not overlook such a clear admission of murderous intent. But this is Allard we speak of. Of all the Queen Regent's sycophants, he possesses the greatest of his fall from grace would do much to further our cause. But where to perhaps the merchants he deals with possess aught that could serve us. Merchants with connections to Allard will reside in the merchant quarter. Though they're not likely to divulge some piece of physical evidence would be far less easily refuted than mere testimony, I should think. According to this, for attaining and in order to claim the merchant's property as his own, he murdered the man and his wife, staging it as a grave affair indeed. Should this article prove genuine, the deed was monstrous, and yet, I am afraid I cannot condone the man's assassination. I know not the path I should follow. What is your intent going forward, Your Majesty? I beg your forgiveness, Your Majesty. 'Tis my duty to protect our country's people, Allard included. Villain though we may be, I cannot stomach the thought of this vigilantism. 'Tis naught more than murder. I must wash my hands of this matter. Know that I shall not speak a word of this to anyone, but nor can I aid you.
'Tis a shame that you...
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
When the mind is split, the heart must lead.
You have my fullest confidence. To think that the under normal circumstances, but this is Allard with his fall from grace. Perhaps the merchants with some piece of physical evidence would be... According to this, and in order to the grave affair, the deed was monstrous. I am afraid I know not the path I should follow. Very well. I would place my faith in you, Your Majesty. However, know that should he be assassinated, I cannot offer you my... Now, pray bear the evidence you've discovered to the Myrmecolian. I will do everything in...
So, the captain is willing to aid you, only if you do not stain your hands in blood. I hope you shan't disappoint him.
right you are.
Interested in my wares?
Mayhap I'll seek out a town I've yet to visit.
I must be vigilant.
Towns.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses.
Anywhere's better than the middle of a crowd.
Do you know how long you'll be?
In case you haven't noticed, shops, so if there's no one about, you might have to come back later.
Welcome, sir.
There's no shame in living life for its own. A place to soothe the spirit. What is life without a priest? I'm not sure what to do with myself.
Oh dear. What am I to do? Stomach's complaining.
So many happy voices.
I must find my home. My foe is
Seems naught ever goes right.
Tis good to be reunited.
Anywhere's better than the middle.
It was a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the Queen.
We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
I suppose we might as well gather what we can. There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen. We've arrived, I see.
You have my fullest confidence. I am placing my faith in you, Your Majesty, but our country is founded upon the rule of law. I ask, I pray, deliver your evidence to the Myrmeconian. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we...
Sir, fancy a candle?
Getting proper rest.
I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Off we go, then.
Ready to forge on?
There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them, if you like, Master.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to me. Let my magic grant elemental boon.
Feast your eyes on this.
I see you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can.
Right where it ends. If we must. Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Aye. Tell is, her ties to this figure from the neighboring country have a romantic tint.
We shall await you here, Master.
Their wind's coming. What is
So, I confess, I thought you might not. I was ready to... Well? Did you find what you... Thank you. All that remains is to end that man's life. I've no other tasks for you. This partnership of ours has come to a close. Unless you intend to see this through till the end. You're a curious one, aren't you? Is that I can't bring myself to refuse you. All right, if you're offering your aid, then I'll gladly accept it. Come with me. Allard is in the room to the left. Go in and restrain him for me. Never mind the mask. Consider it a charm.
At last. It feels like an age. What is this?
Don't let him escape.
I do not waste back. Get your hands off me, you fiend! Don't you know who I am? Oh, you hang for this impudence!
Oh, Allard. I've always wanted to see you like this.
That voice. Wilhelmina. But why? Why would you?
Do you still fail to recall? Even with this mask staring you in the face. But I suppose for a man such as you, a little murder here or there is hardly worth remembering.
What mockery is this?
In your youth, you slew 2 individuals. The merchant whom you served, and his wife. They had a child, as I am sure you are aware. A newborn babe who was spirited away by her loyal wet nurse.
You mean to tell me you were their child? But how can this be? Your mother, she was a beastren. Surely her child would be one as well.
A fair assumption. but for better or worse, I didn't take after my mother. Save for in one respect. This is for my mother. And this is for my father. The time has come for all your sins to come to light, Allard.
Mr. Allard, has something happened?
We've been noticed. I suppose a scream that hideous was bound to attract some attention. We can't leave the way we came in. Fortunately, there's a window here. We've been noticed. I suppose a scream that hideous was... We can't leave the way we came in.
I was afraid I might find you here. I cannot believe you would stoop to such... No. This is not the time. You will be able to slip out the rear entrance. Follow me, and quick.
That was certainly well handled. I suppose I ought... Pray, visit me at the Myrmicolian tomorrow evening. I'll prepare aught till then.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen. There's a ladder here.
I cannot believe it. You realize this could jeopardize our plans for your ascension. I will do what I can to obscure your involvement in this matter. However, bear in mind that you may have to shoulder the burden of your own heedlessness in future. Vermund and Batal are by no means allied nations, at least not official. You have my fullest confidence. Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
Could you come over here? You shan't hear me
Up we get. We can expect a busy night.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Arisen? I should have expected you...
Here at last. We shall wait here till your business is done.
Thank you. I finally achieved my purpose here, and it would seem the residents of the palace have chosen to treat Allard's untimely passing. I imagine they deemed it safer not to make a fuss of the incident, after perusing the evidence you uncovered for me. Shrewd as a den of foxes. I truly cannot thank you enough. Just this once, I'll give you something special. I'll grant unto you the sweetest of dreams.
I know not what I would do without you. You have my thanks, but 'tis time to say farewell for now. Just know that my bordlery will e'er be your haven, should you have need of it.
Happiness is a full step.
I'll find myself a worthy patron soon. I could use a bit of excitement in my life.
Always a fresh breeze blowing.
Now, where was I headed?
Our services are exquisite.
I'm not sure what to do with myself.
Welcome, sir.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
Mayhap I'll set out on my own adventures. Try all of my...
I will not tolerate this. Your presence is a soothing one.
This might be worth a read.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Let's take it easy today.
Gladly stay a while.
Mayhap I'll close around. See what's
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Go no further.
This can't be how it ends.
Forgive me for last night's scuffle.
Feels eerie with no one about. Wished were always
Sir Arisen, I trust that you will do what is right by Daphne. Pray see to it that naught akin to the recent debacle.
In the end, my good I suppose 'twas no less than my due.
Got to get home. I can't stay here.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
I must be grateful. I used to have it all
I've not got food atwixt. Got something for me? Got something for me?
This is a place of prayer.
Isn't the dragon
Say, if I were you, I'd pay a visit.
Got something for me?
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
We have yet to explore all the corners of this place. It would be a shame if aught were overlooked.
Quite right. No sense doing things by halves. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
What is it? Have you brought me? No. And but know that tonight the moon shall again be shrouded in a veil of gossamer cloud. Well, well. I'd not put Disa the capacity for such refined. 'Tis a love letter, but one that draws on ancient symbolism to convey it. Put simply, what this letter means to communicate. Ha! Surprisingly, I know not who this Phasis is, though 'tis safe to say what concerns me is this godsway mentioned in the first line. If we can take this letter at its word, and 'twas indeed granted to the Queen Regent, we can surmise that it must be something tangible, an object. As to what manner of object, however, I can only begin to guess. And I'm not one for pointless conjecture. I suspect someone...
Sir Arisen, I trust, pray see to it that no...
If I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go away.
I don't like it here. Suffer so. I want to go home. What I can while I'm in town.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but I long to make things right after what transpired at the coronation. I hope never to experience the like of that sensation again.
Whence do you hail?
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
A welcome respite from all that hustle and...
Spirits up somehow.
I am wounded!
Watch yourself. What reason have you to be here?
Isn't there anything to do round here? Got something for me? I've not got food Got something for me?
Keep my arm strong and my mind sharp.
Excuse me?
Heavens, no! What do you take?
I'm afraid I don't have any knowledge about that quest as yet. If you require guidance, you must hire a pawn who does. Looks like we both got some time on our hands. Looks like we both got some time on our hands.
Greetings. Perhaps you would indulge me in conversation?
This is where I come when life gets
overwhelming.
Looks like we both got some time on our hands.
Are you of worthy station?
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
Even I know when to shut my trap.
Would that all my days were so
Let me get that. I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
I'm going to be exploring.
Your eyes on my back, watching me. I'm aching for some other time, maybe.
I'm quite sure ox carts don't rot it a phantom then.
In the end, my good intentions, I suppose, 'twas no less than my due for meddling in the affairs of the nobility.
Sir Arisen, I trust that you will do what is right by Daphne, and pray see to it that no...
Got to sell off what I can while